Good afternoon, guys, and happy Wednesday to all of your sunshiny faces. It feels like it's so much later in the week because I'm preparing to go to Jack's football game tomorrow, which is on Thursday, because the freshman-sophomore team is playing on Thursday. Because we're away at a school, and I believe this school that we're going to, I think they don't have lights. So this has been like a thing apparently at like 2 or 3 different high schools. One of them that actually is like probably one of the closest schools to us, is they didn't have lights until this last year, which if we play them, I think we're playing them at home this year, our home. I don't think we're playing them away. And so, though last year they had lights, but the years before that they always played at this other school that they'd play like, and it's so weird too, because so obviously the team that their actual field, the other team is borrowing, but the actual team whose school is actually, it's their actual field, they have to get their schedule all done up and everything like that, and then the other team gets like whatever fits in to like their schedule, whether or not they'd be playing at the one under the lights, or if they'd have to like change the time to make it. So actually too, that happened with a different school. They also didn't have lights, and we'd always have to play the games on Saturday, which is really dumb. Like the varsity games were on Saturday. And then there's this other school too, that the one that we're going to this weekend, I think, I didn't even realize that it's not their home field. They actually play their home games at a different school, which is like, isn't that weird? Like, especially for like a homecoming or like something like that, like, and it's not actually at your field, like, and we're one of the smaller schools kind of too, and yet we have our own field, and we've always had our own field, like ever since like I was in preschool. Like, I know that they've had their own field. Like, it's just really weird to me, because actually I remember when they used to have what used to be an elementary school right next to our high school, which is where they used to have the child care, which my mom used to bring me to for like, okay, long story, guys. My mom used to actually go to the same high school that we all went to, and she had a teacher there that was her like child development teacher, that was the same child development teacher that I ended up having when I was in like preschool. Funny thing is too, guys, she also ended up substituting. By the time I was finally in high school, she was retired, but she ended up substituting she'd substitute sometimes for some of the like the home ec kind of classes. Like I think maybe one time for I think for an English class I had her, and I know for one of my, I think 2 or 3 times maybe for interior design too. But a lot of times she'd kind of like teach in the home ec classes, if it was, I don't want to say home ec because that sounds like it's a separate class, but like those type of like classes, like the foods classes, interior design, the child development classes, those kind of ones. And so she was my teacher when I was in like their like early like childhood preschool, and basically like the high school kids all gotta learn how to like teach a preschool class kind of, and then it's like, I don't know, I think they like, it's charged money, but it's like not as much like child care kind of thing. But I think it was like 2 days a week or something like that when I was little. So anyways though, guys, I completely forgot where I was going with this. Oh yeah, so back when I was in preschool there, which I vividly remember, they used to actually, there was an elementary school or something like that that was actually like near the middle school. Now it's where they sometimes practice if they can't, like the football team will practice if they can't practice on the field, like if the band's practicing, which they practice on Wednesdays, or if like they have soccer practice or soccer game, because I think soccer games are on Thursdays maybe. Sometimes the football team will practice on where they used to have like the elementary school sort of wing where they used to have like the child development. Anyways, guys, I can remember still though, even back then they had a like turf football, maybe it was turf, I don't remember, I can't like I said, I can vividly remember the school, and I can remember our room and everything like that when I was in preschool there, which is really weird, guys. Like, do you guys ever remember, like, you can just remember those like specific details about things? But I remember like there was a football field there, like, since I can remember. So I know we've always had like a football field. Again, maybe it was turf, maybe it was grass, but I'm 99% sure we always had lights, like, since at least like the 90s. Like, it had to have been a really long time since we ever didn't have lights. I know my mom said that actually where the parking lot is now is where the football field used to be, and then they ended up moving the football field to where it is now. And maybe that was when I was little, like maybe that's what I remember, that there wasn't the street that's there now or something. But again, at least like since around then we've at least had a field that possibly had lights. Like, it couldn't have been any like later than the 90s. That again I remember, which is, like I said, it's just really weird that like these teams, like a lot of teams that we play don't have a school, like their football field doesn't have like lights, like they can't have Friday night games at their own school. They have to, again, either share with another school, or else they have to, and you know, also on top of that, like I said, they have to share then a schedule and try and figure out a schedule that works well for the other team, that's whose actual home football field it is. And then or if not, have them on Saturdays, like I said with the other one, which is weird though, because like, I don't know, it like, not that like lights would be like, oh, it's like, you know, gonna cost like so much money to put in and stuff like that, but still, like, it's not like for like athletic like funding, it's not like, if that's all you need, like, and you have the rest of the field and like you have a place for it, like lights I feel like aren't like the most expensive thing possible. But a lot of schools seem like they don't have that. So anyways, this team that we're playing early Thursday so that we won't be at their home field, which again though, I just don't understand why, unless like the actual home team's freshman team is playing like before the away home team's varsity team is playing, if that makes sense. So that's why we're playing on Thursday night. But either way, we're playing Thursday night tomorrow at their actual home field that I've never seen before, never been to. So I was thinking like, oh, I know where we're gonna be and all this stuff, but we're not actually gonna be there, so I don't really know. And I don't know if we're gonna wind up going to the Friday night game or not, which would be at their away home field. So yeah, but I'm all thrown off this week, guys, because that's like, I'm preparing to go to football tomorrow, which is not even Friday yet, but I don't know, it's just really weird. And so yeah, but I did actually get to a lot of things today. I did dishes and laundry, and I edited a lot today. I didn't upload, which was the only thing I didn't get to, and I really wanted to because it was the only thing I didn't get to check off my planner for today. But I was able to get to all the other stuff too, and I'm like super caught up with laundry on top of that too. I actually washed bedding because I was like, I don't know what else to wash, and I kind of just I needed to run a load though, because I had some stuff that needed to be washed, and I was like, I need reds to throw in the laundry, and I was like, okay, I got a comforter that can go in there. So I was just like throwing stuff in the laundry today to get things washed and taken care of, and dishes too. Like, the dishwasher is not even runnable right now because I don't have enough dishes to run it. It's sitting there with dirty stuff that's loaded but not ready to run yet. So yeah, it's been pretty good today. I felt pretty accomplished. I also woke up a little bit earlier, but I stayed up to watch the Cubs game, and now I'm going to take a shower and get to bed. So I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give it a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.